Okay, so today's recording started. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the today's practical first. Uh, as you know, guys, last week or last Saturday we discussed about the CloudFront and a few key components of the CloudFront like distribution, origin path, those things. Okay, but at that moment I show you there are many privilege or many advantages we will be getting when we are going to use CloudFront with AS3 or with any kind of origin. Basically, for the first point is like low latency. Second one is there is no direct effect upon our main server, or we can say that you are going to successfully able to manage your huge surge in the traffic. And the third point is yes, the security. Because I show you when we hosted a static web hosting using S3, at that moment we were not able to attach any kind of SSL certificate to that URL, right? Why we attach a SSL certificate? We attach SSL certificate to make the website or domain secure. That means HTTPS, okay, hypertext transfer protocol securely. Okay, so that was not possible with S3. So but when we are going to attach the CloudFront, that is possible with the CloudFront, and we can make our URL HTTPS. Okay, that's what we will be looking into. But first today I am going to show you the latency stuff, how we are going to significantly reduce the latency on live basis. I will be showing you that thing. We will be hosting first, just hear about my plan. First, I will be hosting a static website using our S3. Then I will be integrating that S3 with the CloudFront. Then after that, definitely we are going to have two URLs and we will be using both the URLs to access the same application. And after that, there I will be showing you how much significantly the latency or the time to fetch our application will be reduced there. Okay, but before that, first take a look at this PDF. What it is saying, mission statement. Okay, exactly what we will be doing this here. Okay, in this hands-on lab, we will take a step-by-step approach to learn and set up a fast and scalable content delivery network using AWS CloudFront. Okay, why it is saying content delivery network again? Because CloudFront belongs to the CDN category. Okay, and in AWS, the CDN service is known as CloudFront. So keep that in mind. If someone is asking you that are you familiar with CDN, definitely say yes, I am familiar with CloudFront, which is also or which is an CDN service of AWS. Okay, second point is our mission is to gain practical experience by completing two main tasks. First one is host a static website on Amazon S3, create a CloudFront distribution. Okay, basically we are going to do these two stuff today right now. As I to mentioned, first I will host the website on S3, then after that I will create a CloudFront distribution where I will be attaching this S3 URL to that distribution as the S3 is origin point for now. By the end of this lab, participants, all of you guys will have a good understanding of how to host a static website on S3 and distribute it globally using CloudFront, making it more available and faster for users. I believe this thing we have already done, right? How to host a website on S3. In our S3 static website hosting classes, I have already explained in a very better way how to do that. But this time we are going to integrate the CloudFront with that. Let's take a look at the architecture first or the overall overview of our project, which we are basically the major project which we are actually approaching for. Zoom Take a look here, guys. So basically, previously we know that we can host a static website using an S3, right? Here is an S3, and we can enable static web hosting on it, and we can simply host the website, right? But at that point, we got so many drawbacks, right? The first drawback is we cannot make it secure, right? And it is also not able to hold or manage the traffic, and there will be high latency. So to avoid that kind of scenario, then I integrated CloudFront, which will make sure that is going to be our latency will be low, right? Our latency will be low. High traffic can be controlled, and website must be secure. That means the URL right now we are going to get from the CloudFront, that is an HTTPS URL like this. Okay, that would be an HTTPS URL, the URL which we will be getting, not like this one. If you click on it, you go there, not like this one, not secure. The URL which we will be getting, it will show you an secure one. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our practical, and let's take a look what are the steps involved in this practical. Okay, the first task is what it is trying to say here. The first task is host a static website on Amazon S3. And what are the steps included? Create an S3 bucket, okay, upload website files, enable static web hosting. Okay, let's first go ahead, create an S3 bucket. For that, definitely we need to log into your own AWS account, and in my case, I am logging into my own. Okay, make sure you are logging in as a root user. In real time, your logging in process is definitely different, not like this. Okay, there will be something around more than one account which you are going to manage. Grab the authenticator. ବୁଝିହେଲା କଣ ଆଜିକାର ପ୍ରୋଜେକ୍ଟ ଅବଜେକ୍ଟିଭ, or any doubt there? ସୁଶ୍ରୀ, ବୁଝିପାରିଲ କଣ ଆମେ କରିବା ଏବେ?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ବୁଝିପାରିଲି।
ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଆମେ କଣ କରିବା, ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟାଟିକ ୱେବସାଇଟ ହୋଷ୍ଟ କରିବା, ରାଇଟ? ଆଉ ଯୋଉ କାମ କି ଆମେ ଅଲରେଡି ବାରମ୍ବାର S3 ଟାଇମରେ କରି ସାରିଛନ୍ତି, ବଟ୍ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍
ହଁ
ଆମେ ଆଉଥରେ କରିବା ତାକୁ ଆହୁରି ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡସନ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ, କାହିଁକିନା ଆମେ ସେଇଟା କଲେ ହିଁ ତାପରେ ଆମେ ତା ଦେହରେ କ୍ଲାଉଡ ଫ୍ରଣ୍ଟ ଇଣ୍ଟିଗ୍ରେଟ କରିପାରିବା। But in my case, I already have hosted the static website in multiple buckets, and if you look in my S3 dashboard, there are, let's open the S3 in a new tab. There is this much latency in AWS. It takes so long period to load. So, hmm. Okay, as you can see, there are so many buckets, but for this practical, definitely we will be creating a new one. Okay, from scratch, we will be doing it. So let's go ahead and create a bucket, general purpose buckets, general namespace, and I'm going to provide a meaningful name for our lab. So let's say this will be our static app hosted through CloudFront, right? CF, static app CF. Okay. Then I will be enabling other options. But let's first create the bucket. And okay, this name is taken. And so make it available. I am just adding few numbers there. Okay, so we have our bucket now. It's ready. Okay, and let me now modify the properties of the bucket so that we can make it public so other people can access the objects which are present in this bucket. And to do that, first thing I am going to do what? I will be enabling versioning, right? And see guys, before enabling versioning, I did not enable. Here, there is no option available, right? Here, nothing is showing you. It's completely blank. But once I enable versioning, there will be a toggle like a switch. You can on and off that thing. Let's go and enable. And I believe you all know what the versioning does basically. Save changes. Okay, versioning is enabled. And if I go back to objects now, now see, you have an option show versions. You can on it, you can off it. Okay, basically it will track all your versions which will be uploaded into this bucket instead of removing them completely or making it override. So I just enable versioning to make my files more secure or to track or to store them in the backend. Then after that, yeah, we have to add bucket policy. Then after that, we will move into enable this part. Okay, but let's first go to the permission section. These all steps, guys, we already having here in the docs. These all steps. Okay, whatever I am performing right now, all of them present. Second, all the steps you can easily find here. Static website hosting. Okay, it's not added here yet. Encryption. Okay, no worries. I'll update this today. Okay, but I believe I also have shared the recordings with you all, right? So that you can also follow the recording to perform that practical step by step, or you guys can go through right now. I'm doing the same steps. Okay. Once you enable the versioning and properties, then move to the permission step where we are going to add or manage the permissions for the objects present in the S3 bucket. So for that, and for that purpose, I have already have a policy here. This is the policy. Okay. Copy this, go to your S3 bucket, go to edit section and see when I will be trying to update this policy, control V, okay, and you need to update the bucket ARN here, right? You need to remove it, copy this bucket ARN from here and go there and control V, okay, ARN updated. The bucket ARN you can get from here over the bucket policy itself, and you just need to update that bucket ARN in the code. And once that is fine, and when you will move to the save changes, you won't be able to save it. You won't be able to save it. Okay. Why? Because there is an other setup which we need to disable. That's what it is blocking us from enabling or providing public access to this object. So what is this? This is block public access. Okay, this block public access setting basically blocking us from adding or giving the public access to that object. So what I'll be doing, I'll go edit and I'll be disable this one. Okay, there you can see four options are two are for the ACL access control list. Those are the legacy type of permission grant method in AWS. Right now, not AWS is not recommending to use them anymore, and these two are for our bucket policy. Okay, these two are specific to bucket policy. Since all of them are selected, that's why we are not able to apply the bucket policy. But if you want to enable only bucket policy and ACL is fine, then you what you can do, disable this and select these two. Even after that, you can also apply the bucket policy. Otherwise, you can completely disable all of them. Okay. For now, I just want to show you that these two options are only for bucket policy. These are for ACL. So both of them are different, and I will be selecting these two to show you. Since even though after these two selected and those two are disabled, we would be able to add the policy to our bucket there. Save changes. It's asking for a reconfirmation. Confirm. Confirm. Now see, block all public access is off. Now here again the bucket policy section. Click on edit. Okay, we the policy already copied. Okay, sorry, Control G. Let me copy it one more time. Copy. Same way, guys. Whatever I am doing, you all have to follow the same steps. Control V. Update the ARN from where we can get the ARN. Here it is. Copy it. And in the line number 8, remove the bucket ARN code block and Control V. Make sure you provide the path slash and star there. Make sure. Why? Because we are saying whatever object present, whatever object present in that bucket, okay, grant all of them get object permission. Grant what sort of permission we are granting? Get object to all the files present in this bucket, or you can provide a specific path there too. Okay, but since we are doing a lab, I am providing an explicit path there. Now let's go and save, and now see the magic. It will you will be able to save. Okay, our permission got saved now. So from permission perspective, we are all good now, right? Here I am saying S3 get object principal star. That means anyone over the internet allowed to perform this operation on all the objects present in this bucket. Okay, makes sense. Now we are good from this all setup perspective. Now let's go and take a look at our task here. So S3 bucket got created. Okay, now we have to upload website files. Okay, first we need to upload the content of the website. As you guys know, I have downloaded one video which I will be uploading here. So I'll go to my bucket. Sorry, I moved out of the bucket completely. This is my bucket. For this lab I am using. What I'll be doing, objects upload. You guys can upload through here, or we can use the AWS CLI. Let's try with the AWS CLI this time. Okay, where we can run AWS CLI on any of the CLI tool available in our system. Since this is an Windows laptop, I am using CMD command prompt. Okay, or you can use Git Bash too. Git Bash is already installed in my laptop, but we have not started the Git classes yet, so I am not going to use that one. After Git classes, I will be using the Git CLI. Now let's get into the command prompt. Okay, verify AWS CLI is installed. AWS minus minus version. You guys are able to see my CLI panel. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now you guys can see which version is installed, 2.22.7. So I also want to verify I am connected to my AWS account. AWS, what is the command? AWS STS get caller identity. So this is the command which basically show you to which account you have logged in as which user. Okay, now see what it is saying. The request is invalid. Why? Because the security token included in the request is invalid. Okay. Token expiry happened. So what I will be doing, AWS SSO login. Sorry, SSO won't work. Okay, SSO won't work here. So what we need to do, we need to AWS configure. Okay, why I'm having this issue? Because last time I ran AWS configure and provided few other values there. Okay, now let's configure it newly. So AWS configure. So here this step I am showing you how you guys can connect your AWS account, okay, with your AWS CLI. Okay. So AWS configure, enter. Once you click on enter, it will prompt for the AWS access key. And this value, okay, this is the previous value which I have already used with my access key. But right now it is looking for a new value since I triggered AWS configure. Okay, it is asking for me a new value. So from where I can get it, you need to go to your AWS account, go to your profile, go to security credentials. Okay, under the security credentials tab, now you guys can see this is the access key which I have created 9 days ago and it was used last on Saturday, but now it is showing me it is not active. Okay, so what I will be doing now, just look at the last three words FNJ, and if I go to the CLI, okay, this is the access key ID. Okay, it is configured with some previous older key. Okay, so RVOC. Okay, let's go and create a new one. What I will be doing, I will be disable, deactivate this one. Once it is deactivated, I'll delete, copy this, paste, delete. It got deleted. Now we have to create a new one. Create access key. I want to create access key. Simply create access key. Okay. Here are the details we got. Copy the first access key. Make sure to download this CSV file. Okay. Otherwise, this value, this secret access key value, you won't be get for the next time. Okay. This will prompt or show you only here. Otherwise, that in the CSV file. Once you skip this or close this page, after onwards, you won't be able to find the secret access key anywhere. You can get this value. Okay. Access key copied. Now go to your CLI, paste it here. Now see, X2R is the ending. Enter. Now it is asking me for the secret access key. Now let's go back to our page again and copy that from there. Go to Control V, enter US East 1 def and put the JSON format. Okay. Okay. Now I am connected to my AWS account by using these all values. Make sure to hide this value, guys. Okay. Don't expose this one to anyone. Otherwise, they would be able to use this one. Okay. They can use this one. I am only sharing with you because after this lab, I will be disabling or will delete this key. Okay. Otherwise, if you are keeping that key in your account and you know where I have created this key, I have created this under my root account. That means this key has the complete root privilege. Okay. So make sure you don't expose this one to anyone publicly. Otherwise, they can grab it and use it with all your root permissions. So once that is set up, so which means I just created a connection with my AWS account. Now see. If I run AWS STS get caller identity, now see I would be able to fetch all my AWS accounts here. Nice, right? You can see this is my ID account and how I have logged in. I have logged in as root user now. Okay, and if you want to execute few commands too, like AWS S3, let's run AWS S3 ls. See, these are the stuff available. These are the list of buckets present and which bucket we are right now using to perform this lab. The current bucket we are using is this one, static app CF01. Okay. Also, an additional stuff I would like to know you or tell you guys. When I run AWS configure, what exactly happen? When I run AWS configure, what exactly happen? That means I provided these two values. It asked me, right? So somewhere in some hidden files, it has stored these details. And when I'm trying to access my AWS, now it is basically using those user ID or passwords to access my AWS accounts. So where it has stored, it's the slash dot AWS config. I think this is the file. Let's take a look. Okay, the path is not correct. Let's remove get. Okay, get is not able. Okay, since it's a Linux command, it is not getting supported here. Mm, okay, none of those files are getting supported here. What I can do, let's me show you here too. We can let's open the git bash. Okay, only two, or we can run PowerShell, which is a native uh, CLI in Windows, which also supports all Linux commands. Okay, here we can see also AWS, all commands are running properly. Okay, I am successfully able to go execute those commands, and I was showing you when we run AWS configure what exactly happened. Dot slash dot AWS slash config. See, this is the file, this is config file. Okay, this is a file when you install AWS CLI. By default, you are going to install this config file too. Okay, and I right now I'm running cat, so we can view the content of the file. So basically, what it is saying, these two details. Okay, if you remember, I provided a region as US East one and a default output file as JSON format. So these two are available for us to view, but my access key and security key details are not publicly exposed. So I won't be able to view them. There must be some other settings or some way we can expose them or we can find out them. Okay, but that's not topic of our discussion right now. We need to complete our project through here. So we'll move with our project. Okay, I'll not be using anymore this CMD. Let's close this one. PowerShell is fine. PowerShell is also recommended if you are trying to perform most of the operation in Linux. Why? Because this is Linux oriented CLI. You guys just see when I run the cat in the command prompt, I was not able to execute that one, but it's completely supporting the cat command. So what is our objective? Why we came to the CLI? We want to copy object from our local. Okay, let me show. Where is the file? Here is the file. Okay, this is a file. This is a video file.
But it had access to 4 nights of availability and 11.
Okay, so this is a video file which basically I want to copy, and this is present at this location, right? C users del downloads. From this location I want to copy into my S3, and we already familiar with the S3 copy command, right? If you don't remember, then simply you can grab it from the internet too. Just go there and search S3 CLI object copy command for S3 bucket. Immediately you will be having, or you will be able to see the CLI command. Okay, just copy this, go to notepad, open a new tab, paste it there. Why I have pasted it in the notepad? Because there are so many stuff I have to modify and I need to make it my specific use case as per my. So I have to update the path here, right? Source bucket name, object key, where it is saying, it is expecting that you are copying some file from a bucket to another bucket, but in our case we are copying it from the local directory to the S3 bucket. So what we will be doing, we will be completely removing this section and provide our local path. Okay, let's go and grab the path first. I'll go to my downloads, or instead of copying this path from here, okay, okay, let's do it from here. Control C, copied, go to your notepad, Control V, okay, downloads. Then after that, again, we need to provide the file name too. That is the most important stuff. What is the file name? Just click on rename. You will be having your file name, Control C. Now go back to the text editor and paste it there, Control V. Okay, this is the file name. Then after that, we have to modify the destination bucket details as well. From where we can get the destination bucket details? From the CLI, copy the bucket name, static app, Control C, Control V. Okay, this is my bucket name. I don't want to provide any object key. Object key means what? It is asking, okay, do you want to have your file name like this too after uploading it, or you want to rename it? Or we can say, I want to rename it. So just name some like demo video. Okay, like some demo video I just provided. Let's see what exactly happens, whether it is renaming this file or creating a complete new folder like demo video and within that placing it. Control C, I'll go to my CLI, Control V and execute. Okay, unknown options, a static website. Okay, what exactly happening here na? See, if you see here the bucket or the file name basics posting, there are so many spaces. So CLI is not expecting multiple places. So that's why we are having issue there. Let's go ahead and rename the file now. We need to remove static web posting. Okay, nice name. Copy it. Control. Go there. Modify this name completely. Control V. This makes more sense to us now. Copy. Go back to terminal. Clear. Control V. I just clear the screen by running the clear command. Enter. User provided path, web hosting does not exist. Okay. Why we are having this issue that this path does not exist? Okay, where I am right now, I'm in the Dell. Let's get into the downloads. CD. So basically, it is saying you are having some issue in your path. What I'll be doing, I will moving into downloads. Enter. So now see, I am present right now in the downloads. To verify what is your current location, PWD, present working directory or print working directory. Okay, you just del downloads, and where is my file? My file is exactly at that location. Now I have to verify. Okay, how can I verify or how can I check my files are present there? By running a list command, ls. Okay, so many stuff is it is showing. It's hard to find our file from there, right? But if you see, all of them are alphabetically present. So what is our file name? Static web hosting, right? Let's go into the S directory. Okay, there is a PDF. See, here is the video. Static web hosting MP4 is there. Then why it was showing us that issue? Now let's rerun that command, that CLI copy command. But this time I will be removing all the path. Why? Because I am present at that location. So there is no sense of providing the path. Okay. Do we need to put a .mp4 there? Okay, it worked. What exactly issue is happening? Because if you look at this file, na, what is the file name? Static web hosting .mp4. But previously I was adding only static web hosting. That's why it was not able to find out our file. ବୁଝିହେଲା ଏଠି କଣ କଲି ମୁଁ ଏଇ ଟ୍ରବଲ ସୁଟ୍ ଟା କଣ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ହଉଥିଲା କଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ଆମେ କଣ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ହେଲା ସୁଶ୍ରୀ ଜାଣିପାରିଲ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ରାଇଟ୍ ତ ଗୋଟେ ଫାଇଲ ଥିଲା ଯୋଉଟା କି MP4 ଫାଇଲ ରେ ସେ ଫର୍ମାଟ ରେ ହିଁ ଅଛି ଆମକୁ ଫର୍ମାଟ ମେନସନ କରିବାର ଥିଲା ବଟ୍ ୱିଣ୍ଡୋଜ ରେ ଯଦି ଦେଖୁଛ ତମେ ସେ ଦେଖ ଏଠି ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ନଟ୍ ଶୋଇଂ ଏନି କାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ ଫର୍ମାଟ ଏଠି ଦେଖୁଛି ବଟ୍ ଫାଇଲ ନାଁରେ ସେ ଶୋ କରୁନି ବଟ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଲିନକ୍ସ କମାଣ୍ଡ ରନ୍ କରୁଛି ବା AWS CLI କମାଣ୍ଡ କପି କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମତେ ଫାଇଲରେ ଏକ୍ସାକ୍ଟ ନାଁ ଦରକାର ଯାହାଫଳରେ ମୁଁ MP4 ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏଡ୍ କରିନଥିଲି this guy was not able to find any file like that. Okay, even though that file is present there. Okay, so we have successfully uploaded our file into that location. Now let's get into our S3 bucket and verify that we have that file there. Go back to your S3. Let's get into the bucket. Okay, now see we have our video, and interestingly see what is the video name, demo video. Instead of creating a file, a new folder, if you look at my command, right, what I mentioned, that upload that for video with a name as demo video. Okay, so it uploaded that video as demo video. And if you want to verify, you can get into the video and you can click on open. It will open in a browser. Now see, it is the same video, right, which is uploaded into our
Hi, I'm Evan Zhang. Let's dive into the
bucket.
most common architecture pattern to do this with.
Okay, let's pause this. All good there. And I also would like to add the logo to there to our index.html from where I can get the logo. For logo, we already have many buckets where I have uploaded the logo. Let me download. Yeah, there it is. Let's download it. It got downloaded. And if you go to your downloads folder, okay, here is the Cloud Master logo. And you can upload this from here too or from the UI. This time let's do it from the UI. I'll go back to my bucket where I am trying to upload this one. Here is the bucket. Here right now I am having the video only and I will be uploading the logo too. Add file, download, logo, open. File selected, now upload it. Okay, successfully. Now we have both of the assets, the one needed for my index.html, one is my video, another one is my logo. Now let's go ahead and start working on our index.html file, which basically will be our web application or UI, right? Till now whatever I have uploaded, these are the content of our UI, not the UI is uploaded yet, because if I have uploaded anywhere, that should be index.html, and till now you won't be able to see any index.html is not present there. So what I'll be doing, let's go and modify our index.html that is present, which I have already prepared. And if I go to my S3 AWS, not here, specific folder for our this session I have created, present here. Okay, sorry, not there. Yes, did I have added that in the DOS? Mm, okay, here is the lab, and within that lab, I think we have added the index.html. Okay, here is the index.html. The same manner, guys, you also have to download this file to your local. Okay, once you download that one, I think I have already downloaded this one. Let me show you. Okay, I think this is the one. Open it. Okay, yeah, this is our index.html. Right now, you can see there is no image and there is no video coming up in this video, and this is being hosted from our local. Okay, and what we need to do, we need to modify few things, because where I have now my video and content, where we have those all stuff. Shubham, video ଆଉ ଏ logo କୋଉଠି ଅଛି ଏବେ? ଏବେ ମୋର ଭିଡିଓ ଲୋଗୋ କୋଉଠି ଅଛି? S3 ରେ ଅଛି, ରାଇଟ୍? ବଟ୍ ମୁଁ ଏଇଟା କୋଉଠି ଓପନ କରିଛି? ମୋ ଲୋକାଲରେ। ଦେଖ ଏଟା ଲୋକାଲରେ ଓପନ ହେଇଛି, ତ ଇଏ ଜାଣିବ କେମିତି ସେ ଜାଗାରେ ଅଛି ବୋଲି? ୟାକୁ ଅପଡେଟ୍ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ, ରାଇଟ୍? ଏ କୋଡ୍ ମଡିଫିକେସନ ମୁଁ ଏବେ କରିବି। କେମିତି କରିବି? ଏ index.html କୁ ମୁଁ VS Code ରେ ଖୋଲିବି। Go to downloads, right click, open with code। କୋଡ୍ ଏଡିଟରରେ ମତେ ଖୋଲିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ଏ କୋଡ୍। এটা କୋଉ କୋଉ ଟାଇପ ର କୋଡ୍? HTML, CSS, JavaScript ସବୁ ଇଣ୍ଟିଗ୍ରେଟେଡ୍ ହେଇଥିବ। କୋଡ୍ କେମିତି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ମୋର ସେ ଜିନିଷରେ ବୁଝିବାରେ ହିଁ ନାହିଁ। ରିଅଲ ଟାଇମ ରେ ଏ ମଡିଫିକେସନ ଅଲସୋ वी डोंट यूज टू डू। Okay, this kind of modification we also don't used to do. We will be only sharing once we have our files present in the S3 bucket. After that, we will just confirm the development team, hey guys, we have successfully uploaded or deployed all your assets into that front end bucket. Okay, into the front end bucket, we have successfully deployed the content. Go ahead, grab the link from there so that they will get the link and update it there. Okay, so right now where we have to do, okay, okay, see, this is a video link. There I have to update my AWS S3 video details. Now what I'll be doing, I'll be going to my AWS S3 bucket again. This is the video, right? Scroll down, object URL, copy it so that we can redirect our request to that object URL. Control V, pasted, updated, right? First thing, हमारा video update हो गया. Now I have to update my logo as well. Second, just looking for the place where I can update the logo to. I think it's okay. Let's update the logo now in 44. Now go to the logo file, grab the URL from there, Control V. Okay, ठीक है भूल है गला. Let me undo the changes. The image need to be updated here. Okay, pasted. Okay, the logo link I just pasted on the line number 65. Then again go ahead and grab the video URL, video object URL. See, here is the video link. Okay, just put it there. Control V, then Control S. Okay, it got saved. Now we are good with our index.html. I am going to upload this index.html to my bucket now. ବୁଝିହେଲା କଣ କଲି ମୁଁ? ଦୁର୍ଗା ଜାଣିପାରିଲ what happened here? Instead of having index.1, we need to rename it to index.html. Let's go and rename that too, because index.html is the default name. We are not allowed to put anything specific there. No, let me move it from here to some specific location, then after I can do it. Hmm. We need to make it index.html, so that's why I'm moving it from a from downloads to a new location, CloudFront, then enter, then let's create another one. lab. Okay, will be now the downloads. Just copy that file. I just moved that file from downloads to my lab directory. Now let me rename. It will allow me this time. Index. Okay. So we have our image, the index.html here, and let's verify this is the same index.html. Yeah, this is the same file. Okay. And this time I'll be now see even in my local this index.html is present. It is able to show you the video as well as the logo. From where it is fetching these two details? From where it is fetching? It is fetching these two details from the S3 bucket, right? But if I want to share this file with you, this index.html, is it possible for me, guys? Can you guys able to access my website right now? So, Sri, are you able to access this website? No, right?
Mm,
No. Why? Because this is hosted in my local. See, here is the path. This is in my local folder structure. I won't be able to share this with you anyone. And to do it, what I have to do, I have to enable the static web hosting in the S3 bucket. Okay, but even though I am able to fetch all my files, but still I am not able to share this URL or avail this URL for my public uses. So what I need to do, I need to host this application in the S3 bucket. So what I'll be doing, the first step to do it, let's go ahead, first upload, cancel this. Why? Because at that point I was having index 1. By default, I need to have index.html file. Upload, add file. You can use the CLI tool, but I'm just following the UI path, desktop, AWS, CloudFront, lab. This is the file, right? Open. Selected. Now see, we have the index.html here. Now go ahead, upload. Okay, so once we uploaded our file successfully, then what we can do, close it, and now verify you have all the files here. Your logo is there, your video is there, and your index.html. Can anyone tell me why at first I uploaded this video and then logo, then after index.html? Is there any specific reason I followed this pattern? Or is it possible for you to upload index.html first, then demo video, then Cloudmaster logo? Is there any specific reason? Subham, can you tell me? Susri, any idea why I did so? Because guys, if you have followed me, after uploading these two files, okay, I copied their path from those files within those files, right? What are those files? Those object URLs. I copied them and I modified my index.html where I have to provide the path to those videos and as well as to the logo. Until unless I don't upload that file, right? I don't upload that file, I won't be able to get or fetch these details. So that's why we have to first upload our assets into the S3 bucket. Once our assets are ready, in our case the assets are what? Cloudmaster logo and a video. Once these two stuff are ready, then after I notified the development team, or in our case we fetched those URLs and added them into the index.html in our VS code, right? In the line number 44, here in the line number 59 and in the line number 65. Once those things, two things are added, after that I re-uploaded into my bucket. So now I have an updated index.html file with the current assets location. Okay, that's why I first uploaded the assets, then after index.html. So till now, I don't have any URL to share with you guys. Okay, I just have the bucket public and uploaded all the required objects there. How can we enable the URL, or we can get a URL there by enabling static web hosting? Go to properties, scroll down. Now see, I am showing you how to enable S3 static web hosting. Click on edit, enable. Now see, it is asking saying, are you want to host a static website? Yes, we want to do it. So what is the default page? The landing page? It is index.html by default. Okay. Do you have any error page? No. In my case, right now, I don't have any error page. Simply go save changes. Once you save the changes, then it is going to enable the static web hosting. Okay. Once the static web hosting enabled, again go to properties, go back to the bottom, and there you can find a URL. See, it generated a URL which we can copy, but just take a look, guys. It is not secure. There is no S. I can copy it and go to a browser, Control V, and see, I am able to see my website there. And now see, we are having our application video.
Let's
The
dive into
demo
the
video
most
is
common
present there.
architecture patterns.
Then after that, we have a logo there. It depends. Like in my case, due to some issue, it just landed here in the um, end of the website. But usually, you would be seeing the logo at the top right corner or somewhere. Since we are not an UI expert, I'm not that much familiar. I was not able to do that properly. But the video and the logo landed successfully there. Okay. Now let me share. Now I am able to share the URL with you all, guys. Let me do it through the WhatsApp. Or I can send you here, guys. Grab it and open this URL in all your browsers and verify that you all are able to see my website now. Let me know, guys, if you are having any issue there. I'll be posting the same URL in our DevOps group too. URL for today's demo. Also shared that URL in the group. Are you all able to access that URL? Susri, Durga, Subham, what happened? Are you able to open the website now?
Yes, हाँ भाई.
Open होची website? ଜାଣିପାରିଲ କଣ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ହେଲା କାହିଁକି ମୁଁ ଷ୍ଟାଟିକ ୱେବସାଇଟ ହୋଷ୍ଟ କଲି କାହିଁକିନା ମୋର
हाँ.
ଆପ୍ଲିକେସନ ଲୋକାଲରେ ରନ୍ କରୁଥିଲା ମୁଁ ତାକୁ ପବ୍ଲିକ ମାନେ ତମମାନଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରିପାରୁନଥିଲି ତ ମତେ ଗୋଟେ ୟୁଆରଏଲ ଦରକାର ଥିଲା ରାଇଟ ସେ ୟୁଆରଏଲ ପାଇଁ
हाँ.
ମୁଁ କଣ କଲି ଷ୍ଟାଟିକ ୱେବସାଇଟ ହୋଷ୍ଟ ଅପସନ ଏନେବଲ କରିଦେଲି ବଟ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମତେ ୱେବସାଇଟର ୟୁଆରଏଲ ମିଳିଲା ଏବେ ତାପରେ କିଛି ଡ୍ରବ୍ୟାକ୍ ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଆମେ ସ୍ଲୋଲି ସ୍ଲୋଲି ଫିକ୍ସ କରିବା ବଟ୍ ଏଜ୍ ଫର୍ ଆୱାର ଡେମୋ ଟୁଡେ वी आर डिस्कसिंग हियर आई हैव टू शो यू द latency okay now let's see the magic okay this is our website URL, right? Which you all guys are accessing. This is a not human friendly URL, I know. since it is an S3 generated, but we will make it human friendly. Don't worry. Okay. Uh, so what about we are going to test? We are going to test the latency of this URL. Let's go and open the GeoPicker domain. Okay. This is a URL or this is a website where we can test the latency for a website. Okay. And this thing I have already added in the documentation. I think my browser is very slow today. I need to fix it. I'll do it after the class. Or maybe multiple things I have opened here. That's why maybe. Okay. See the steps here. So access your static website. Okay. Till this point, we are good. Now we have to test the performance. The first option is geopicker.com. You can just click on this URL and it will open there. Okay. And paste the S3 domain URL. Now click on go. Now see, it tried to access our website from 6 different locations. One location is Singapore, another one is Brazil, another one is Virginia, which means Australia, sorry, US, another one is Australia, Ireland, from California. All the 6 different points of the global, it is trying to access our website. And everywhere you guys can see the time duration it is taking to get or to check our or being fetched our website. California is still taking time, right? Let me take a snippet two of this thing. Nice. Okay, it is taken. Okay, so I show you how much time it is taking for the S3 hosting. Now let's try to add the or integrate CloudFront. After that, we will be again verifying how much time it is going to take. Let me first save it. You can see, save it there. Now minimize. Now let's go and take a look at the PDF too. What here it is saying. Okay, there is another one website. Okay, let's also take a test there too. It got opened here, and I am adding our S3 URL. Okay, somewhere it got missed. Let me grab it again. Go to properties, copy, go there, V start testing. Okay, it started working on our website. We are getting the results ready. To be honest, guys, till that point we have not done anything new or anything new CloudFront specific. We have not done anything. Till now, I just show you how to make a static website hosted through S3. And after once you host the S3 index.html using the S3, what is the latency you are going to experience? After that, we will be looking into more into how we can enhance or what our CloudFront will be doing. Okay, so what it is saying needs improvement. So is it quick? No, it needs improvement. This site was very slow to connect and deliver initial code. It began rendering content with little delay. Okay, so definitely it needs improvement. And these are various parameters as per its website analysis they provided to us. Now let's go and immediately start creating CloudFront. For that, what I have to do, I need to search CloudFront there, open in a tab, close it. Before that, let's take a look at the PDF. Okay, now the task 2 is create a CloudFront distribution, right? Create a new distribution from CloudFront console. Okay, what the origin we are going to choose here, origin domain name, enter the S3 static website endpoint. That means the bucket name we are going to select here, or the bucket URL we will be putting here. Which bucket? Where I have already enabled static website hosting. Okay, let's go first start creating the distribution. Then after that we can get back to the documentation again. Okay, so all set. Now you guys can see I don't have any distribution. This is my CloudFront dashboard. Let's go create a distribution. Click on it, create distribution. Okay, now it is asking for choose a plan. Definitely we will be going with the free plan. No need to add any premium since this is a demo lab we are doing. Next, now let's say the distribution name. Yeah, let's go with the demo distro. See, it just remember our previous name, demo distro, or make it more meaningful. Static S3 distro. Okay, add some meaningful sense to there. So it's an description. Uh, Static website hosted using S3 S3 edge origin point. Okay, single website app, right? This is our single thing. Domain, do you have any domain? No, we don't have any specific URL right now. That's why it is asking if you have any domain, you can check it here. Okay, right now we don't have any domain under our, or we have not purchased anything. So I'm not going to add anything here. Now next, Amazon S3, we need to choose an origin type. If you remember, in our last class on Saturday, I show you there are so many options you can choose as your origin point. That means from where you are basically trying to deliver your source code. Okay, so the first option it is saying you can use guys S3. You can also use Elastic Load Balancer too. That means you have hosted your application over a EC2 or some other any compute device, and on top of that you integrated load balancer. And after that, you also want to make or reduce the latency or make it highly available so that you can also integrate CloudFront there too. So, which means CloudFront can associate or attach load balancer as an origin point to API gateway. That is also possible. Elemental media package. I think this is some specific video streaming related stuff. You can choose that too, but others are also available. If you want to customize, you can customize that thing. That means here it is saying if you have other any application which is already hosted and using a domain name, you can choose here like the on-premise stuff. Okay, you have hosted your application on on-premise and you want to use now the CloudFront, then you can go with the other option. For now, we will be choosing AWS Amazon S3. Now see here in S3 origin, it is asking for the bucket. Which is the bucket you want to add here as your origin? That means where we are having right now our source code. We are having our source code in this bucket, right? Static app CF01. This is the bucket name where I am having the source code right now. If you go to objects, where is the index.html? Here, right? So this is my origin point. So what I will be doing, let's go to the CloudFront board again and just click on browse. It will show all the buckets. Look for your bucket. There is an additional space. Just remove it. See, just select it. Choose. It will integrate that bucket with the CloudFront now. Okay, by default, it just associated that bucket. Now it is saying enable this use website endpoint. Yes, we will be using. Is there any specific path? Right? What does mean by specific path? Let's take a look. Here see origin path. Origin path means what? Specify a directory or path within your origin. That means such as an S3 bucket or web server from which CloudFront will retrieve your content. Do you have any specific folder structure there? No, everything is present in the root directory. See, everything is present in the same layer. If I have created an assets folder within that I have placed these two stuff, then I need to provide that path. I have not done anything like that. Okay, so I am not going to provide any path there. So my path structure will be blank where your content is stored. Okay, this is an optional. I have not provided anything. Settings, okay, use recommended. Right now, I'm not going to configure anything specific there. But yeah, in our future classes, everything will be discussed in detail. Okay, WAP, okay, this is a firewall which provides additional security to our website. No, I am not going to use this. Next, okay, this is an overview what we did. You can see in the origin section, it is saying you attached the S3 bucket, origin path is blank. That means you have everything in your root directory, and these are the connection attempts and connection timeout seconds. Now let's go create distribution. We have to wait for a couple of minutes, guys, because it will start deploying and it will take some time, okay, to allot all the resources for our use cases. Now see the status here, it is saying deploying. In the meantime, anything guys you have in your mind or you are having doubt, you guys can go ahead and ask me. We need to make this status as deployed or successful. Then after that we can test. Here is our distribution ID. Okay, this is the distribution ID and status is enabled. And you can see this is the description I have added, right? Why we usually add description in real time or anytime? Why there is a description tab? Because you have to provide some meaningful input so that anyone comes to your resource, they can take a look and they can feel it like, okay, this is the stuff you are basically doing there. Okay, କିଛି doubt ଅଛି ଯଦି ପଚାରି ପାରିବେ, ଟିକେ time ନବ 7-8 ମିନିଟ୍ ଭଳିଆ time ଲାଗିବ ଏକୁ deploy ହବା ପାଇଁ, ତାପରେ ହିଁ ଆମେ ଏକୁ test କରିପାରିବା. Here you guys can see CloudFront has provided an domain URL which we will be using to access our website now. Okay, see this is the distribution domain name. This is little bit different from the S3, right? This is little bit different. If you copy it and go to a browser now. Control V, or instead of doing it here, what I'll do, okay, let's do it here. Uh, Okay, it seems like deployed. It has already deployed our web application. Okay, so we are able to access the web application through this URL, but it is taking some time to process all the backend configurations. Nice, it did it very fast. Okay, or if you want to double cross verify, open in incognito so that we are making sure that we are not fetching any cache stuff. Okay, see, okay, okay, nice guys. It got deployed within fraction of seconds. Okay, everything is good there, and I am going to show you how significantly we will be reducing. See, still now it is showing the status is deployed, but anyhow, we are able to fetch our index.html now. So right now we will be go and testing our what our latency issue. Let me open the GeoKeeper again. Sorry, GeoPicker. This is the URL. Let's go ahead and see. Here I am adding which domain this time. This is the CloudFront domain. Now let's go, click on go and see the magic. What is the time duration it is taking now, guys? Now see, even previous time we were not able to fetch in California. Right now I am seeing the website in the California, and there are few locations it just took 0 millisecond. That means it did not take any. That means so much fraction of milliseconds it took, even that was not able to consider or calculate as 1 millisecond. That's why it is saying 0 millisecond. Did you observe the ability or the fast, how much fast it got now? Let me share it with you to all. Go ahead, test it out. Static site hosted using CloudFront. ओके सुश्री बुझीला कौन है एटी केते स्पीड ये डेलीवर होचे बे
हाँ
1 मिलीसेकेंड रे इवन प्रीवियस टाइम कैलिफोर्निया रे इ नथिला देखो प्रीवियस टाइम आमे जतेबेले S3 URL हिट କରିଥିଲେ ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ କାଲିଫୋର୍ନିଆରେ ଏଇଟା ଦେଖ ଏଠି ଏବେ ବି ସେ S3 URL ହିଟ୍ ହଉଛି ଦେଖ ଏଇ URL ଟା କାହାର ଆମର S3 ର ରାଇଟ୍ ମୁଁ ସେଇ URL କୁ
हाँ
ଏବେ ବି ହିଟ୍ କରୁଛି ଦେଖ କେତେ latency time ନଉଛି 233 millisecond 150 but same time when I am trying to access the same domain but only little bit architectural changes I did. I have integrated one CloudFront distro there. Okay, now see how significantly I am able to reduce the time or the latency 1 millisecond. Even there are few places where I am saying 0 millisecond. Now let's try to test it with the other website. What they said, because the last time when we tested, it said it needs improvement, right? On this website, when I was testing the it will be this is my CloudFront URL. Start testing. Okay, it has started running the test over our website. We'll be back soon. And meantime, see, this is the URL of the S3 and this is the outcome of the test. Needs improvement. Last time they said, right? Looks great, but it needs improvement. Is it quick case? Okay, that means latency case. Now let's see what going, they are going to say in the CloudFront distro case. Right now they are saying, is it quick? Not bad. This site was quick to connect and deliver initial code. Right? If you compare the same with the last statement of S3, what they are saying there, see, this site was very slow to connect and deliver the initial code. So, which just explains our use case why someone will be using the CloudFront. Okay, so why someone is using the CloudFront and why you are going to recommend anyone to go ahead and use the CloudFront distribution. Until now, see, even we are able to access our website. I think, okay, it got deployed. Now, see, we have the update. Go to the distribution list status. Now, see, last modified date is showing there. If you get into the ID, just below, you can get the distribution domain name. And if you copy this and go to a browser and paste, now see, when I am going to access, it will not show that this site is not safe or unsafe or nothing like that. See, there is no sign of that it is unsafe. But when I was accessing the S3 URL, see, it is saying not secure, right? So okay, sorry, this is a different URL. When I was accessing the S3, let's grab that one now. Properties, copy this, go to that site, Control V. Now see, it will prompt me immediately. It's not secure. Then why in CloudFront case it is not saying? Because I have told you guys in CloudFront we are going to make it or make our website more secure. So by default, when I enable a CloudFront distribution, I am associating and certificate with that, or by default, AWS is getting provided that thing. And if you look at the URL now, the URL is HTTPS. This URL, right? The URL which I am trying to fetch now, this is already secure. This is HTTPS. Right now, you are not able to see there, but if I go and start modifying somewhere, see the URL now HTTPS. Okay, that's why we are not getting any not secure, okay, alarm type situation there. So, which means from the user perspective, our website is very good right now. It is secure, along with there is no latency, along with they are getting all the stuff whatever we are trying to deliver them. And if you want to play your video, you can play the stuff. You can zoom in, you can zoom
Hi,
out,
I'm
you
Evan
can
Zhang,
do a
and
visual
welcome to
stuff.
Back to Basics.
Okay, so today we saw how by enabling a CloudFront distribution, how significantly we can reduce our latency, along with how we can make the website secure by default by integrating the CloudFront distribution. Besides that, there are so many options you guys can see. Security option, then origin related stuff, behavioral stuff, error pages, invalidation. These all things sorry, excuse me. These all things we will be discussing in our future CloudFront classes. Okay, with that said, we are good today, and I believe I have explained this topic or this lab properly so that you guys can follow. Otherwise, I am going to share the recording too with you all so that you can follow and perform this practical and test it out because I will be sharing this document. I think I have provided the access to this document to all of you at this location granted to this CloudFront folder. Otherwise, you guys can ask me, I will grant you there. Okay. Any doubts, guys?
No, man.
Okay, let me first stop the recording.